Hello guys, just a quick thought. Today I just want to share with you some thoughts about movement. Life thrives by movement. Movement in a way is a proof of life. Pretty much the entire body system operates by the principles of movement. When you eat, food digests by movement. Your heart that beats operates by movement. The blood has got to circulate through your body, so the blood has got to move for your heart to keep beating, for you to remain alive. So life thrives by movement. Movement is a key element of life. Movement is a proof of life. So movement is a fundamental part of our lives. From our family lives to our businesses, to our careers, to our relationships, there's got to be movement. You cannot afford not to move. So we've got to talk about movement. Now, point number 2. Movement does not always equal progress. Sometimes we think that because we are moving, we are making progress, but movement doesn't always equal progress. Imagine for a second that you are on a racetrack, either a car race or a bike race, and at the start line, the fastest car and the best driver begins to drive in the very opposite direction. However good he is and however fast his car is, he isn't making progress as long as he's moving in the wrong direction. Very few things I need to talk to you about regarding movement. Number 1, movement without vision is a risk. I'm driving this car at this moment. Imagine me driving this car by 10 p.m. and I haven't got my headlights working. It means that I'm driving with zero vision. Movement without vision is a risk. If I drive this car by 10 p.m. at night without my headlamps on, it's an absolute risk of life. If I need to make fundamental progress in my movement at night, I've got to have my lights on. And to have my lights on gives me better vision, better clarity of where I'm going and what I'm driving. So you need to have vision. You need to be able to see where you're going. You've got to be able to see 5 years from now, 10 years from now. You've got to be able to have vision to make progress in your movement. And not just vision, you've got to have informed vision. That's why you've got to have light. Light informs your vision. You've got to have vision that is well equipped by wisdom, by knowledge, by information. Number 2 element of movement. Movement without a goal is a waste of time. Movement without a goal is a waste. If I set out on a journey and I have no definite goal of where I'm going, I can keep driving for 1,000,000 years and I will make no progress at all. Movement without a goal is a waste. Before you set out on any kind of movement, you've got to define a goal. Number 1, you've got to have a vision, clarity of the road on the path you are moving, equipped by light, by information. Number 2, you've got to have a clear goal of where you want to go to, because goal will help define your routes. Number 3 element of movement is movement without focus is potential disaster. You can have a clear vision. You can have a lovely car that has the brightest headlamps and you have clear vision of where you're driving, on the route you're driving on. You can even have movement with goal. You know exactly where you need to be. You know you're going from Abuja to Makurdi, so you have a clear goal of where you're going. You can have movement with vision and you can have movement with goal, but you can also have movement without focus. Movement without focus is potential disaster. I could be driving with vision, I could be driving on the right road, but I can lack focus. If I'm driving and while I'm driving, I'm discussing with someone behind my car, that is complete lack of focus. And though I'm on the right road, though I've got vision, it could lead to heavy disaster. So it's very important that even when you move with vision and you move with a goal, you've got to move with focus. Number 4 is movement without a plan is stupidity. Being stupid is not an insult like most people imply. It just means that you are thinking slow. So if you need to move and you haven't got a plan, even if you have a vision, you have a goal, and you are focused, I mean, you've got to execute by a plan. No matter how clear your vision is, no matter how defined your goal is, no matter how laser tight your focus is, you still got to have a plan. To execute your goal, to execute your vision, you've got to have a precise strategy. What is the plan? What is the design for accomplishing your goal? What is the design for accomplishing your vision? You've got to move with a very clear strategic plan. And lastly, movement without fuel is hard labor. If you've got to move, you've got to be fueled, you've got to be energized, you've got to be passionate. You need fuel in the vehicle to move efficiently. If you don't have fuel in the vehicle, it's just simple hard labor. You have to keep pushing and struggling to make simple progress. So to make fundamental progress with a vehicle, for instance, you've got to have fuel. And to make progress with your vision, with your dreams, with your goals, you've got to have fuel. And what is a fuel? The fuel is your passion. It could be relationships. Your fuel has to be something that drives you, something that generates enough energy and momentum for you to move. You've got to move with enough fuel to avoid unnecessary hard work. A river that isn't moving stinks. You've got to be like the river. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving in the right direction. Never underestimate the power of movement. You've got to keep moving. Never stop. It could be hard. The road could be gallopy. There could be potholes everywhere, but don't stop moving. See you later, guys.